Yehovah Eloheinu Svaot, Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. Please lead me with the Ruach HaKodesh, that I may speak your written words with boldness to those who listen. I ask all these things in Yeshua HaMashiach's name. Amen. We'll start with the Shema, listen and obey. Children of Yehovah, pay careful attention and respond. Yehovah is our power and authority. Yehovah works in unity with himself, and you shall act upon your love to Yehovah with your power and authority, with your thoughts in mind, with your entire body, and with all the muchness that you have. Yod, Hey, Vav, Hey. Hand, behold, nail, behold. Deuteronomy chapter 11. Therefore you are to love Yehovah your God and always obey his commission, regulations, rulings, and mitzvot. Today it is you I am addressing, not your children, who haven't known or experienced the discipline of Yehovah your God, his greatness, his strong hand, his outstretched arm, his signs and his actions which he did in Egypt to Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, and to his entire country. They didn't experience what he did to Egypt's army, horses, and chariots, how Yehovah overwhelmed them with the water of the Sea of Suf as they were pursuing you, so that they remain destroyed to this day. They didn't experience what he kept doing for you in the desert until you arrived at this place, or what you did to Datan and Arim, the sons of Elav, the descendants of Reuben, how the earth opened its mouth and swallowed them up, along with their households, tents, and every living thing in their company, there in front of all of Israel. But you have seen with your own eyes all these great deeds of Yehovah. Therefore, you are to keep every mitzvah I am giving you today, so that you will be strong enough to go in and take possession of the land you are crossing over to conquer, so that you will live long in the land Yehovah swore to give your ancestors and their descendants, a land flowing with milk and honey. For the land you are entering in order to take possession of it, isn't like the land of Egypt. There you would sow your seed and had to use your feet to operate its irrigation system as in a vegetable garden. But the land you are crossing over to take possession of is a land of hills and valleys, which soaks up water when rain falls from the sky. It is a land Yehovah your God cares for. The eyes of Yehovah your God are always on it, from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. So if you listen carefully to my mitzvot, which I am giving you today, to love Yehovah your God and serve him with all your heart and all your being, then I will give your land its rain and its seasons, including the early rain, the early fall rains, and the late spring rains, so that you can gather in your wheat, new wine, and olive oil. And I will give your field grass for your livestock, with the result that you will eat and be satisfied. But be careful not to let yourselves be seduced, so that you turn aside, serving other gods and worshiping them. If you do, the anger of Yehovah will blaze up against you. He will shut up the sky so that there will be no rain. The ground will not yield its produce, and you will perish quickly from the good land Yehovah is giving you. Therefore you are to store up these words of mine in your heart and in all your being. Tie them on the hand as a sign. Put them on the front of a headband around your forehead. Teach them carefully to your children, talking about them when you sit at home, when you travel on the road, when you lie down, and when you get up. And write them on the door frames of your houses and your gates, so that you and your children will live long in the land Yehovah swore to your ancestors that he would give them for as long as there is sky above the earth. For if you will take care to obey all these mitzvot I am giving you, to do them, to love Yehovah your God, to follow all his ways, and cling to him, then Yehovah will expel all these nations ahead of you, and you will dispossess nations bigger and stronger than you are. Wherever the sole of your footsteps will be yours. Your territory will extend from the desert, from the Lebanon, and from the river Euphrates, to the western sea. No one will be able to withstand you. Yehweh your God will place the fear and dread of you on all the land you step on, as he told you. See, I am setting before you today a blessing and a curse. The blessing if you listen to the mitzvot of Yehweh your God that I am giving you today, and the curse if you don't listen to the mitzvot of Yehweh your God, but turn aside from the way I'm ordering you today and follow other gods that you have not known. When Yehweh your God brings you into the land you are entering in order to take possession of it, you are to put the blessings on Mount Gerizim and the curse on Mount Ebal. Both are west of the Jordan, in the direction of the sunset, in the land of the Canaani, living in the Ravah, across from Gilgal, near pistachio trees of Moreh. For you are to cross the Jordan to enter and take possession of the land Yehweh your God is giving you. You are to own it and live in it. You are to take care to follow all the laws and rulings I am setting before you today. How can we learn to love our Creator after this awesome 11th chapter of Deuteronomy? We can love Yehweh your Elohim and always obey his commission, regulations, rulings, and mitzvot. Trust in the discipline, greatness, strong hand, outstretched arm, signs and actions of Yehweh. Trust that strength comes from obedience, as well as taking possession, conquering, living long. Trust that Yehweh cares for you, and know that the eyes of Yehweh are everywhere. Listen carefully to his mitzvot. Love Yehweh and serve Yehweh with all of your heart and being. Then Yehweh will give what you need. Therefore, stir up the words of Yehweh in your heart and in your being. Place them all around you as a reminder. Teach them carefully to your children. Cling to Yehweh. This is when Yehweh fights for you. Aim to be blessed by listening to the mitzvot of Yehweh, your Elohim. Follow all the laws and rulings. How can we love others as Yeshua loves us? We can teach others to love, obey, and serve Yehweh wholeheartedly. Bear one another's burdens. We can love, obey, serve Yehweh wholeheartedly with all of your heart and being. Produce spiritual fruit, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, humility, self-control. We'll end this Friday night Shabbat before Rosh Hashanah with the Aaronic blessing using the name. Yehweh will kneel before you presenting gifts, and he will guard you with the hedge of protection. Yehweh will illuminate the wholeness of his being toward you, bringing order, and he will provide you with love, sustenance, and friendship. Yehweh will lift up the wholeness of his being and look upon you and will set in place all you need to be whole and complete. Shabbat Shalom.